What's up, everybody? It's Dude, and we right back at it, bringing you the latest in the news, hip-hop, sports, and entertainment. And it looks like that Paul Pierce is in the headlines once again for all the wrong reasons. Paul Pierce made his appearance on the Kevin Garnett live stream while Kevin Garnett was at the NBA Finals. And it looks like that Paul Pierce was out of his mind drunk. And it's leading a lot of people to speculate that Paul Pierce may be crashing out. Maybe he has a problem with his drinking. It's a lot of people speculating on what is going on with Paul Pierce. Is he crashing out? Yeah. And Stephen A. Smith also had his take on what he think is going on with Paul Pierce. Let's get into these video clips, and I'll give y'all my commentary in the end.
I need some more work. I don't even know. I need some more work. You want me to call some more work? No. Miami. Ooh, man. No, we're working. No, this ain't P after dark. It's like watching the game at the crib or something. You know what I'm saying? Throw a wall in here. What's up? Wings and drink. Who's like one of your fouls? They got to get the goddamn flopping out the league, man. I got a stomach. I got a wing in my tooth. Hey, how you doing? Camille, nice to meet you. They got a website that you can hire girlfriends for the day. Stop, man. And so I got a girlfriend. You can hire girlfriends for the day. Stop, man. I went on the website and I hired a girlfriend for the day. Look, Collins. There go Collins. Oh, look at D-Wade at the game. D-Wade. You can start that website. This is a live stream, P. We're live. We're streaming. Whatever you're saying, they can hear you. Nah, Vincent ain't in the game. Vincent right there, P. Number 2, taking the ball. Where? Got the ball, P. No, I'm talking about the other dude. Let me get a margarita, my boy. His nickname is Jeff Flurry. Stop. Can I get a margarita? Security, sir? Where's your name tag, sir? Sir? Right, you got to remember we live streaming, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody here who's joining us on Showtime Basketball. We in KG Circuit. It's thick in here, baby. We're here watching the finals. Where are we at, though? What's this called? Man, dog, we're in KG Sports. He's Jeff Flurry. Again, we're live streaming. That was a few people. I'm changing my glasses. What? You called today. I think it's all good. We're doing. Let me post you up, you little motherfucker. Live stream. We here, baby. Y'all know what it is, right? What I got on? Troop in the building. Jeff Flurry. We don't get parental guidance on live streams. Yeah, it's live. It's live. He's burnt, Lord. He's burnt. Jeff Flurry. No, we're working. We're working. We're not popping. We're working. Where? Show me the live stream. It's right here. Look. Show me the likes and the comments and all that. So this live right now. What y'all asking? Oh, this is it. Hey, this is crazy. I know, Lord. I know. I wish Duncan Robinson. She said, I said, you don't know what's going on. She said, I like it. I don't never wear my ice for the TV, y'all, so check it out. I mean, we all, say, baby, I know you got some life. Chill. Baby. Check it out, baby. They talking close up. Boom, close up on that. Hit the light, hit that. Now we gonna pressure you. Yeah, here come that pressure. Yeah. Call some girls up, y'all. Let's call some work. Let's get it.
Yeah, and before we get to Stephen A. Smith's take, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Now let's get back to it.
Nicknamed The Truth. Could absolutely ball, Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. And the person I happen to think is a really decent dude. He joined his former teammate Kevin Garnett on their on Kevin Garnett's Ticket and the Truth podcast, which was streaming Game 3 of the NBA Finals this past Wednesday night. Things started to go off the rails quickly because fans noticed that Paul Pierce was apparently drunk, or at least his behavior seemed to be that of an individual who was drunk, slurring his speech and all of this other stuff. This is what they were saying. Observers of the live stream noticed a woman sitting partially out of frame to Pierce's right. Eventually, he introduced her to Garnett as Camille, and then told everyone that they met through, quote, a website where you can hire girlfriends for a day. According to reports, Pierce's behavior got even wilder. For a solid minute, Garnett struggled to share his game analysis because Pierce demanded the camera zoom in on him so he could show everyone his diamond watch. He then started to worry about a bet he placed on Miami before getting his phone out of his pocket and saying, quote, let's call some girls up, y'all. Let's call some work. At that point, the stream abruptly went offline for a few minutes. By mid-game, Pierce became combative. He produced a cigar, chewed on it for a bit, and then asked if he could light it up inside, which ended with Pierce getting nailed in the face by a lighter thrown by someone from off camera. That set him off and had him ready to fight until Garnett calmed him down. For those of you who don't remember, he used to be my colleague at ESPN until 2017. Y'all might find it funny. I don't. I find it kind of sad, to be quite honest with you. You're a champion. You know the game of basketball. Let me tell you something about Kevin Garnett. He's serious as a heart attack. That brother takes all his work serious. He don't joke around, he don't mess around, he don't take shortcuts with anything he does. But that's his brother, his teammate, his friend, and he ain't gonna say much on camera. I'd love to know what he said to him off camera, because Kevin Garnett ain't want to tolerate that kind of nonsense. And it was indicative, the behavior that I'm talking about was at least somewhat indicative of what got Paul Pierce in trouble with ESPN. If you remember, ESPN hired Pierce in a full-time role in 2017 after he made appearances on his basketball program in a guest role and was a commentator on ESPN's NBA Countdown and The Jump. But he was let go in 2021 after he went live on Instagram, displaying a room full of dancers while smoking, drinking, and apparently playing poker. You would think that after what Paul Pierce went through in 2021, it's something that he would like and prefer people to forget about. Because he clearly seemed a bit inebriated and he had the dancers in his own home. And we won't get into his family affairs, that's his business. But Paul Pierce actually went on the I Am Athlete podcast about a month ago with Brandon Marshall and the crew. And listen to him talking about working at ESPN. Check this out.
Hired for what?
On your day off.
You know what you was doing.
Short, they look thick. Okay, if you gonna get fired, go like that.
I got fired for having some entertainment. Right. I'm playing cards. It's my boy's birthday. It's girls dancing, and we blowing some trees. Yeah. I mean, what did I do wrong?
That's what it was, though. It looked like, hey, yo, can I say it?
What it looked like, B?
Man, it looked like an orgy, like a,
Nah,
you had your shirt off?
Huh?
You had your shirt
No,
off?
I didn't. I didn't have my shirt off. I had my shirt off.
But you was having a good time.
I was playing cards.
None of some girls around.
Yeah,
I mean,
we
yeah,
playing
that was
poker.
it?
Who recorded it though? Like somebody?
I did. I
He
did.
was John Moran.
No, look, I'm turned up. I'm on live like.
Yeah, he on live going crazy.
Oh yeah, what's up, y'all? We out here.
He licking his lips and
No,
all
but
that.
look, I'm getting a haircut too. I'm getting a cut.
It's cracking.
It's popping. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. I don't never go live either. I was just feeling my cut or something. I was like, then it was popping behind me. It was like
At the joints over
hey, dog, come on. Hey, I mean, but look, the hood was feeling me. Everybody was relating. Everybody could relate.
Can we hear the call?
Ring.
No, so they hit me, and there's a higher up. It was a lady. I'm like, hello? She's like, yeah, we're doing, an investigation. I'm like, could you tell us what happened? I'm like, you didn't see it? Like, I mean, I was just.
You saw that ass, baby?
I was just hanging out, playing cards. It wasn't my house. I mean, it was self-explanatory.
Right.
Some girls dancing, and I was, I had some OG. I mean,
In LA, it's legal.
Yeah, it's legal.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing illegal.
Illegal.
But at the end of the day, it's Disney. And so they was like, they have a morals clause. And it was just, they just said it was immoral.
That's the bullshit that irritates the living hell out of me. I got mad respect for Paul Pierce, and I got mad love for the three brothers he was talking to, and I'm not even sure that was a month ago, because I know LaShawn McCoy, Shady McCoy, works for FS1, and I'm not sure that interview actually was a month ago. For some reason, it propped up and somebody brought it to my attention. It was the first time I'd ever seen it, and I felt the need to address it. I'm gonna tell you why I felt the need to address it. Because Brandon Marshall, Deshaun Jackson, another one of my brothers, and Shady McCoy, another one of my brothers, all know there's certain stuff that you just can't do. Not when you working in corporate America. Damn sure not when you working for Disney. Paul Pierce, don't act like you didn't know what the morals clause is. You look like you had a bunch of strippers in your house, like you had some weed going on everywhere and alcohol and all of this other stuff. You don't represent Disney that way. And here's the whole point that really pisses me off. The fact of the matter is, don't bring up the hood. We all from it. And the fact of the matter is that when you out in the hood, you doing stuff in front of your house in the streets or whatever the case may be, you ain't broadcasting it and streaming live over Instagram. There's a difference. There's a difference. What you mean, I was in my house, I was chilling in my house, it's self-explanatory. What was self-explanatory is that you went viral with it while you were working with somebody else. You don't know the importance of projecting images? I didn't see you doing that when you were playing. You knew you were representing the Boston Celtics. You didn't do it then. See, this is the problem. And this is where we cost ourselves as a community when we let stuff like this slide. And I'm speaking out of love, because I love all of those brothers. And I know they were vibing with Paul Pierce, and you laughed and you clapped and all of that other stuff. Deshaun Jackson, no bet, he wouldn't do something like that. Brandon Marshall's a businessman, highly intelligent, with a lot of aspirations. He wouldn't do that. Shady McCoy is smart as hell, and that man is about his business. He wouldn't do that. Then what's so damn funny? See, somebody got to tell Paul Pierce, you're a champion, bro. You're a champion. No, you didn't break any laws. It's not about the laws when it's in the private sector. The private sector has their own laws. There's certain things you can't do in the NBA. There's certain things you can't do in the NFL. There's certain things you can't do in Major League Baseball. There's certain things you can't do at Disney. Just like you can't do it at Fox. You know that. You know that. What kind of advice would y'all give to Ja Morant? Got 5 years and $231 million coming to him. The whole gun-toting thing didn't break any laws. Carrying firearms is legal in many, many states. You don't even need a permit. You don't need it in Tennessee. You don't need it in Alabama. You don't need it in various states throughout this country. So he didn't break any laws. But you know what he did break? He did break rules and regulations of the NBA, which is why the suspension is pending. What advice are you in a position to give him? I'm Stephen A. I got the airwaves available to me. I'm not a champion, Paul Pierce. I'm not an elite football player, Shady, Brandon, Deshaun. I ain't blaming y'all three. Y'all are something special. But with special talents comes special responsibility. Paul Pierce is a champion, highly knowledgeable about the game of basketball, talks major smack about what cats should and shouldn't be doing, is qualified to do it, and has a resume and credentials that'll back it up. Do you know what Paul Pierce could bring to the sport of basketball? But we see him on Kevin Garnett's podcast, and I love that podcast, and I love what KG is doing. So ain't nobody throwing no shade in that direction. What I am saying is their voices are powerful, they're profound, they can do a lot of great things, and I know KG is going to. Ain't nobody throwing no shade on him here. You, Paul Pierce, what you doing, bro? That's how you want to be seen.
Yeah, and at this point, it really looks like Paul Pierce is an ex-NBA champion that has really lost itself. Now, one reason why everybody really loves this channel is because they know we keep it real over here. And Kevin Garnett, you can see in the whole live, was just embarrassed. Paul Pierce, you completely embarrassed yourself. You embarrassed Kevin Garnett for being your friend. And at this point, everybody, somebody just really got to go to Paul Pierce and say, look here. Yeah, it seems like you got a problem, bro. It seems like you really got a problem. It seems like after your NBA career, you really just lost in the sauce. And we gonna keep it real. It's a lot of people out here that is battling with substance abuse. And Paul Pierce really got to look himself in the mirror and admit to that. Because we actually seeing Paul Pierce actually crashing out right before our eyes, everybody. It seems like when he got fired from working with Stephen A. Smith, he just really ain't got no vision. He's just running around here buying prostitutes, buying call girls, getting drunk. He really ain't putting himself in no position to win. And Kevin Garnett, it looks like he just probably at his wit's end with it. Now, we really need to come together. Kevin Garnett and them need to come together and talk to the brother. Because at this moment right here, it's like Paul Pierce is just crashing out. And if he keeps this up, ain't no telling what we would probably hear about it. You know what I mean, everybody? So y'all just let me know in the comment box below what y'all think about this situation. Because this situation is very serious. Paul Pierce really need to get some help he need. Yeah. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comment box below. And if this is your first time to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We will appreciate your subscription. This dude and them in the building. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Yeah.